Hi guys, so I'm gonna read the Lone Ranger, the second story in Lone Ranger number 1. So the Lone Ranger and the mystery of the missing body. No sign of anyone nearby, Tonto. I wonder whose horse that is. Get close, maybe, uh, find him, Brand. You thieving killers! Bang, bang! It girl! We can't fire back and we can't stay here to be shot. What do? There's just one thing to do. Show yourself. I'll drill you. Now take it easy, miss. You killer. Now suppose you tell me what you want, why you wanted to kill me. Maybe you don't know the code of the West. You got to die. You killed my father. I had nothing to do with the death of your father. Then what are you doing with the horse the murderer stole? There's no one else around here. Tonto and I saw the horse alone. We captured it to try and learn where it belonged. Sheriff, there's Uncle Jack's horse and the crooks have captured Jane. Says meanwhile, we'll make short work of him, Jim. Don't move, the law wants you. I brought the law, Jane, we got him now. You know the code of the West, stranger? You prove that I'm a criminal, and I'll let you hang me. But first, tell me what the charge is. Someone crept into the Loftus house last night and knifed Ray Loftus. His daughter and stepson found him this morning. So I went for the law. I went looking for the horse the crook stole. We find you with the horse and no one else around. Looks bad for you. Now, what do you got to say? Justice, I wanted to see for myself. Get him! Hi-ho, Silver, run away! Get out of my way! You not shoot him. If it hadn't been for you, we'd have got him. Me not want you to get him, masked man. Thanks to the... Take him to jail. I'll go after the masked man. This just proves he's guilty. There he is, waiting to be captured. I'll shoot you the first move you make. You're covered? You must have nerves standing here and waiting for us to come and get you. Wait. This is the Loftus house, isn't it? Sure is. Before you can charge anyone with murder, suppose you prove there's been a crime. Prove it? Just come inside, Sheriff. We'll show. Jane, look! How'd you account for that? Dad was right in the chair, but he's gone. Where'd he go? The masked man. Where'd you hide my father? I didn't see him. You all know that I came here less than 2 minutes before you. I could hardly have hidden a body in that time. I'll admit that. Now, Sheriff, you're coming with me. I want to talk to you alone. Jim, I can't understand it. When we left the house, Dad was right in the chair with a knife in his back. And now he's gone. The masked man couldn't be a murderer. Then who was? I gotta find the crook and settle with him. Jim, there's something else to try and explain. Look. The sheriff's shaking hands with the masked man. That doesn't make any sense. Hi-yo, Silver, away. Sheriff, what's the big idea? You shook hands with the masked man. He's riding away. Well, we know he didn't kill your father. I'm going to try to find out after I tell the boys to turn the Indian free. That masked man and sheriff are up to something. All right, Tonto. You're a free man. I found out that the masked man was the Lone Ranger. Come on, Tonto. We've got a lot to do. I think I know why there was a knife in the back of Mr. Loftus. And I'm sure I know where the body was taken. Who killed feller? I explained just what happened. I knew Loftus, but I never met his daughter, Jane, or his stepson, Jim. Pa was right there in a chair with his knife in his back. Where was he taken? If that masked man didn't kill Pa, then I'm going to find the man who did. Stay here, Jane, and take care of the house. It's no use, Sheriff. So 2 days later, I've hunted everywhere and can't find a sign of Dad's body or the man that killed him. My posse didn't either, Jim. I reckon you might as well go back home. I'll bring Lawyer Timmons out tonight. There go the lawyer and the sheriff, and witnesses they're going to read. The Loftus will. Then things will happen. What will happen after we'll read? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. The law has decided to give Mr. Loftus up for dead and have his last will and testament read. All I own is to be split 50-50 between my daughter Jane and my stepson Jim. The Lone Ranger doesn't hear the stealthy approach of a figure in the night. Signed C.B. Loftus. Who is the figure in the night? The Lone Ranger and Tonto are taken unawares, while the will leaving the ranch to Jim and Jane are read by Lawyer Timmons. Don't fight, Tonto. Wait. You, the Lone Ranger. I didn't know it was you. Now that you know it, what are you going to do? Disappear. Where feller go? He said he was going to disappear, Tonto. It looks like he has. We'll keep up the hunt for your father's murderer. I hope you find him, Sheriff. So now I'm the half owner of the ranch, eh? Well, I'll soon have more than that. There's no use crying about Pa. That won't bring him back, Jane. No. Besides, we're rich now. We each own half of this ranch. Do you think that means anything to me? Look, Jane, one of us has the authority to run the ranch. I've got a paper here that gives me what's known as the power of attorney. You sign it, then I'll run the place, and you won't have to worry or bother about it. Bang! Someone shot the light out. Jim, there's someone in the room. He's gone now, and look. So that is that paper? Where you going, Jim? You'll be all right. I'll be back later. So this is the paper Jim wanted Jane to sign. He called it a power of attorney, the young crook. What paper say? He's trying to defraud her of her share of the Loftus ranch. Sorry to call on you so late at night, Lawyer Timmons, but that paper you fixed was stolen. By whom? I don't know, but the next time there can't be a mistake or slip-up. You gotta help me, and right away. Sure thing, Jim. We understand each other that the girl wouldn't know what to do with the ranch anyway. Well, that's really sexist, but anyway. Well, Jim connives with Lawyer Timmons to take away Jane's share of the ranch. Jane sits at home alone and grieves for her father. Who could have shot the light out and stolen that paper? I can't believe it. What's the matter? I heard you scream. So she said, Ah! You, the masked man again. Tonto and I are guarding your house. But it wasn't you or the Indian I saw at the window. Who did you see at the window? It looked like a ghost. Perhaps you're overwrought, Jane. It's not. I know what I see, and I know what's happened. I was about to sign a paper for my stepbrother. The light was shot out and the paper was stolen. Then Jim left the house, and a little later I saw a face at the window. Jane, please don't ask questions right now. There's more at stake than you realize. I've got to get out of sight now, but trust me, and don't worry. Suddenly the Lone Ranger's manner changes so that comes before. You can't persuade Jane to see things our way, Lawyer Timmons. Leave it to me. I'll fix anything as long as there's money in it. Sure you don't mind swindling your stepsister? I don't mind a bit. We'll stay right here, Tonto, where we can watch the house. Ugh. Jane saw a face in the window. I'd like to tell her what she saw, but that would ruin everything. There'd be plenty other strange thing happen in the house. Jim, I'm so glad you're back. Ever since you left, the strangest thing happened. I thought I saw a ghost. Forget it, Jane. You know Lawyer Timmons? Howdy, Miss Jane. Jim tells me you're to sign a legal paper. Just when I was going to sign it, it was stolen by someone. So Jim said. Well, it don't matter. I got a paper right here. There you are, Miss Jane. Sign right here. Jane, trusting her stepbrother, doesn't bother to read what she's signing. That just means that Jim will have full say in running the ranch, doesn't it? Sure, that's the main point. You needn't bother to read all that legal stuff. Well, that's that. Just get back into town now. I'll go with you, Lawyer Timmons. A stealthy hand reaches out into the night. Look towards the house, Tonto. Me see. Where that paper gone? I put that here in my pocket not 5 minutes ago. I told you there were strange things happening in this house. There's the paper, blowing through the air. How'd it get there? The breeze from the window caught the disagreement. But how do you get it out of the pocket into the first place? How do I know? There are too many mysterious things happening here. I want to leave this house. You'll leave all right, and soon. I don't understand, Jim. You said I must leave here? That's right, and the sooner the better. Might as well tell her now, Jim. Tell me what? You signed away everything your pa left you. Time for the showdown, Tonto. Meanwhile, not far from the ranch house. Where we go now? First we'll capture the mystery man, then we'll head for the ranch house. You signed this agreement, Jane. It turned over the whole ranch to me. I didn't know that, Jim. You said the agreement was only to give you charge of the ranch left us. Or the ranch Dad left us. Let this teach you not to sign where you don't read. But I took Jim's word. I trusted you, Jim. That's where you made a mistake. You ain't my own sister. Nothing but a stepsister. I'm looking out for myself, see? You rotter! Let me go. I'll teach you to slap me. Look! Let go of that girl. You! This'll be the first lesson. There will be more. You'll pay for this. I'll find a way to blame you for my father's murder. There will be mysterious things happening around this house, but the most surprising of all is yet to come. Bring him in, Tonto. If you wait any longer to declare yourself, there might be trouble, Mr. Loftus. Dad! You aren't dead. No, I wasn't sure what sort of scheming Jim would do when I was dead and gone, so I faked my own murder to see what happened. When I explained the truth to the sheriff, he agreed to keep me in the background. Now, I'll make a new will, Jim. You polecat. You showed the stuff that was in you. Now you get nothing. Get out of here and take that crooked lawyer with you. The Lone Ranger learned the truth right off. You can thank him that I could get away with my trick till Jim proved himself a crook. The Lone Ranger. Hi-yo, Silver, away! And that's the end of that story, so hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. I'm not used to doing the Western, accents and that. I'm not used to doing that. So I'm sorry about it. They're really bad, but anyway, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.